A Japanese YouTuber set up a webcam to monitor his fish in a fishbowl and used motion tracking software to see if the fish could play the game Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
I saw this
Oh my God,
literally
what?
earlier today.
Okay, cool. So, John,
You had me for so long. I was like, this guy set up a cam to watch his fish. That's awesome. You can just check in on them, make sure they're good. They have all they need. I'm like, that sounds great. People, click on to eagle cams all the time. I would click onto a fishbowl every now and again. That sounds pleasant as hell.
What's kind of wild,
they're
though,
playing Pokemon?
Yeah, they are. They're playing Pokemon, John. Here's the thing. I've seen other streams where something beyond a human, besides a human, something
a fifth dimensional being.
inhuman from another world is playing Pokemon. But no, I've seen other streams where it's like, let's see if this community can beat Pokemon together. And it's like thousands of people in a Twitch chat. And if they type up, down, left, or right, like into the chat, the game will react. So it's like thousands of people playing Pokemon, controlling the character.
My God.
Collective gameplay.
Yeah. And they finally did beat the game, I think after several months. But so this is not the first time I've seen something involving
People have
Pokemon.
too much fucking free time.
For me, though, so what this is this guy had set up a live stream that was going to track his fish, whose movements would be tracked by a motion camera, who would then the movements would cause movement in the game. So during a live stream, the game crashed without the YouTuber being present to fix the issue. The system continued registering inputs from the fish. Well, the fish managed to register the correct sequence of inputs to add 500 yen to his account from his credit card that was saved on the Nintendo Switch, and also exposed his credit card information to everyone watching.
This is a fucking hacker fish.
Yeah, dude.
This fucking fish.
Anarchist fish.
The fish continued to cause chaos for 7 hours before the YouTuber was able to power down his Switch and contact Nintendo for a refund of his 500 yen, which they granted, by the way.
That is unbelievable. I can't believe that shit.
This is like no different than having a child and giving it an iPad. Like, that's literally just what happened.
Totally.
Like,
Totally, man. You armed your fish with your wallet is what happened.
yeah. Why would you do this?
Armed to the scales with credit cards.
Yeah,
do
why
we
did all
know-
these Amazon boxes show up to my house? What is in here?
And it's all fish food.
Damn it, Kyle, you beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
Like aquarium, like old-timey divers, like all the accessories.
The
treasure
sunken
chest.
treasure that opens up when there's bubbles inside.
Yeah.
Those fish knew what they were doing. Fish are smarter than we give them credit for. I think.
That's good. Anyway, so that was it. That was my quick nautically themed
That's
catch
great.
of the week.
Yeah.
Fish fraud.
I have a fish fraud. I have a catch of the week that I want to go really quick. We talked about this a while ago, about the m&ms rebrand that happened.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Several months ago.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the last we were going to touch on M&Ms getting different clothes, I guess. But
Updating the wardrobes.
it came up again because I guess Tucker Carlson just can't get over how sexy this M&M is.
God, he used to just that was his main source of beating it, dude, and now he's got nothing.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild how the Republican Party is like so horned up over M&Ms.
And they don't think that they're horned up, but they are. I think it's whatever.
Well, did he say at one point that he's like, is that somebody you would want to get a beer with? I'm like, what are you talking about? These are cartoon characters.
He did. But also, yes, I would get a beer with all of them if I could.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, Kyle? You have to answer in 10 seconds. Do you want to get a beer with the red M&M? I go, yes, absolutely, yes. 100% yes.
If I had to pick one, I'd probably go yellow because he seems down and chill as fuck. The red M&M seems stressed, and I don't need that kind of energy.
He's got anger management issues. Honestly, now I have a picture of them all lined up. I think I would choose the blue one because if I remember correctly, he's the crunchy one, and he's kind of chill. He would be one of the flight attendants on Spirit Soul Plane. Cool. Like he seems like that
disco,
guy.
Yeah, Air Disco.
Yeah, Air Disco.
Air Disco. Okay, I like that the best so far. Air Disco.
Anyway, so they've been talking about these fucking M&Ms, I guess, since. And it got to the point, it got so bad that M&M's had to release a statement, which I have in front of me.
Marshall Mathers
I'm gonna
had
read.
to release a statement.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, they didn't have to. This is the thing that people are talking about. It's like, man, M&M, you really caved. You caved to a bunch of sick freaks who want to fuck your candies, like Tucker Carlson. So it says, America, let's talk.
See, even Big Chocolate has to bow to the Republican Party every now and again.
Well, and it starts like a disappointed parent about to have like the sex talk or like
Sure.
this don't sneak out at night talk with their kids. It's so weird. In the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone would even notice. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you did.
You made a PR announcement.
You literally did it,
was a whole
to
campaign.
be noticed. Get more people to buy your shit, which I did.
And we definitely didn't think it would break the internet, but now we get it. Even a candy's shoes can be polarizing, which was the last thing M&M's wanted since we're all about bringing people together. This is the part that is whatever. It's so upsetting and such a bummer. Therefore, we have decided to take an indefinite pause from the spokes candies. In their place, we are proud to introduce spokesperson America can agree on, the beloved Maya Rudolph, and then they just compliment Maya Rudolph.
God, I thought it was going to be Tom Hanks. In my mind, it was going to be Tom Hanks.
That would not be a bad choice.
Maya Rudolph's a great choice, though.
Maya
Yes,
Rudolph
she
is
is.
a great choice.
Yes.
So, it seems like, John, you saw this.
I did, yeah. And when I saw, first of all, I thought it was a joke. I thought somebody had made that. And
The graphic design of the statement looks fake.
it looks like a meme. It's confounding because, first of all, I can't really think of when I personally was swayed one way or the other by a chocolate company's mascot as to whether or not to buy the said product, because I'm going to be honest with you, regardless of who's hawking this stuff,
It's
I'm
chocolate.
going to buy it.
The other thing is, guys, I don't need spokes candies to buy a candy. Like, I buy Reese's all the time. I've never seen Reese once. I don't know.
Who is Reese?
Very true.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a big fan of Reese and his pieces.
And not only that, dude, but I'm not a big fan of the early 1900s Yankees, but I'll still buy a Baby Ruth. It doesn't fucking matter to me. It's like,
God, that was a long, short
I was
walk.
like,
but
where is he going
man.
with this? Holy shit. So that's not exactly all I wanted to talk about with these M&Ms, because they put out that statement. It's like a graphic, right? It's not like a text thing. It's a graphic, and it's got a brown background, yellow border, and then all the M&Ms lined up at the bottom, and it's
Being
like yellow
sorry,
font.
we're leaving.
Yeah, sorry, they're gonna go put us down in the back 40 now.
the old Yeller Us.
Yeah. So
God.
this morning though, cruising Twitter, and I come across somebody had retweeted a post from A&W, the A&W Twitter account, and they had put out a similar, ostensibly parody version of their own controversy around their mascot.
Okay.
It's in the same format. It's the
Oh.
same sort of text image post. It's got a brown background, a fucking orange border, and it says, America, let's talk.
Oh my God.
Since 1963, Rudy the Great Root Bear has been our beloved spokes bear. We knew people would notice because he's literally a 6-foot-tall bear wearing an orange sweater.
Sure.
But now we get it. Even a mascot's lack of pants can be polarizing.
Yeah, I mean, it is true.
Therefore, we have decided that Rudy will wear jeans going forward. Not to worry, though. He will remain our official spokesbear. After all, he is unbearably cute.
God damn
and
it.
impossible to replace. We are confident Rudy will continue to champion good food and good times for many years to come. Now in denim. A&W All-American Food. And they've got Rudy the Great Root Bear in the image. So
The way they should now further capitalize on this is actually start selling denim at their locations.
Oh my God, Kyle, that's genius. They should really like
With the A&W logo on it.
full on lean into this joke that they posted.
So they make a killing for the next 3 months, and then they will just have a bunch of backstock.
Yeah. So A&W saw this cowardice by M&M's Corporation, and we're like, "You idiots!
Isn't it?
What are you doing?
What's the parent corporation?
Mars.
It's Mars.
Mars
Okay,
Bar.
cool.
Yeah, Mars is the company that owns it. But yeah. So I saw that, and I thought it was great that other brands were mocking M&M's.
Yeah. Well,
Amazing.
you know what? We're in there now, baby. May as well. So.
I mean, this just in. I actually do. I can share a catch of the week.
Go for it,
dude.
If you'd like.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this may be very niche because I know neither one of you watch this particular program that I'm about to reference, but you were all familiar with George Santos and his current nonsense,
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
Ooh,
the big faker.
I know what you're gonna tie. I know what show you're gonna tie in. I have a feeling. Keep going, John.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot to play with here. There's a lot of
This
material.
is so good.
So much.
So we are familiar with what has happened with the last week, all of the tidal wave of new bullshit that has come out about this man. One of which was that he may be a Brazilian drag queen.
Yes, this is exactly where I thought you were.
Didn't see that coming.
Okay.
No.
I'm actually in tune with this. Fine. I'm actually on. I'm up to date for once, guys.
Yeah.
This is great.
There was photos that surfaced claiming that he was, while he lived in Brazil, a Brazilian drag queen. I don't have the name up just yet, but basically everybody kind of ran wild with this, basically saying like, this is potentially the most interesting thing about this person, if this is true, which of course it is. He just continues to lie about it. And so with all of the late night talk shows and all of these things that have been happening lately, obviously everybody's got their own George Santos to play on their particular program. Seth Meyers has one, Jimmy Kimmel has one, Jimmy Fallon has one. All of these people have their own. And so he took to Twitter, George Santos, and said, "I have now been enshrined in late night TV history with all of these impressionists, but they're all terrible so far. John Lovitz is supposed to be one of the greatest comedians of all time, and that was embarrassing for him, not me. These comedians need to step their game up." So that was the tweet that he put out.
What a weird challenge. John Lovitz is supposed to. I'm sorry, John Lovitz. I don't think is supposed to be one of the greatest comedians of all time. I don't think he ever was. But anyways, continue.
And what George had also said in response to these photos that had surfaced about him was that he was young and was having fun at a festival, and that he was not a drag queen. This was just kind of like a costume that he had put on.
So he was just cross-dressing.
Yeah, he was just having fun at a festival.
Sure.
Okay.
Famous drag queen Trixie Mattel responded to this particular tweet and said maybe the material was bad.
Yep.
And so he then responded to her tweet with a GIF saying, "Clearly you know about weak acting skills," and put a whole bunch of arrows down. And it is a very like famous scene in Drag Race history of Trixie Mattel doing a RuPaul impression on the show. And it is bad. It's not great.
No.
It bombed pretty heavily on the show.
Okay.
So with this, Trixie then responded saying, "I'm not an actor. I was young and I had fun at a festival." Fantastic fucking response.
That's
But
a very good response.
through all of this, you have to realize that George Santos, claiming to not be a drag queen, had this GIF.
Yeah, he had it locked and loaded.
Very specific reference
In the chamber, baby.
in the chamber, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think I found what his drag name was in an article on CNN. So
It was
there
like
was
Renita something.
Katara Ravash.
Katara Ravas. Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
so there's
good name, too.
A really shitty newspaper clipping that's apparently from 2008 that identifies the person Rochard says is Santos as Katara Ravash. Rochard is another drag queen.
Yeah, and
talking about this.
Amongst all of this, RuPaul commented saying that she hopes that it is not George Santos because association would drag the community down.
Drag the
nice
community down.
And everyone wanted to know which president was the true throat goat. And
okay, I do remember this.
And they are all some sort of eldritch monsters of yore, right?
Yes.
She was also selling videos of her farting in the jar.
I hate this so much. I hate everything about this.
yeah.
Secure just over.